All right, everyone, welcome back to Drone 2 Robotics. Yes, it has been a long time. I'm sorry for that. But today we're going to be doing a full review on the QCY MeloBuds Pro Bluetooth earbuds. Now, before we get started, I just want to say this is like my fourth or fifth attempt at making this video. I would record it, get part of it edited, decided that I didn't like it, and start over. So this is take 5, so hopefully I make it through this. Anyway, why I got these was because, well, I wanted some wireless earbuds that for a reasonable price that didn't, well, suck. So I spent hours going to different websites, watching different YouTube videos, trying to decide what the best budget-friendly earbud was. And for about between the price of $40 and $50, the QCY MeloBuds Pro kept popping up. Now I got these for like work around the house. Like lawn care, or if I want to work out, go to the gym, I obviously want to wear these because I don't want loud music or going everywhere. So that's why I got these. I got these for working out. I also got these for jogging and running. Which you're probably wondering, do they actually stay in when you're running? And now when working out, they seem to stay in quite very well. Every once in a while, I'd have to shift them just a little bit. Now, as far as jogging and running, these depends on how hard you run or how hard you jog. If you are a smooth runner, smooth jogger, these will stay in just fine. However, if you're like me and don't know how to run smoothly, some of the times the bouncing and the jumping can make these come a little bit loose. I haven't actually had them fall out yet, but I've got to where they felt loose, and I just reach up, put them back in, and tighten them back up, in my ear, and they works fine. As far as staying in there, I'd say they do a very decent job. I'd say probably give you a 9 out of 10. And as far as comfortability, I would also give it a 9 out of 10. As far as what comes when you get these, obviously you got the box, you got the earbuds, the case, you got an instruction manual, which is kind of helpful. Half of it's English, half of it's Chinese. You got, of course, your extra earbud padding things here for different sizes, different sized ears. And of course, you got your Type B to Type C charging cable. So let's run over the specs, the review, and this does include app support. So we will be going over that, showing you all the features, what is in the app. And so let's dive right in. All right, so first of all, now when you open the case, the earbuds are in here like so. You just take them out. They're held in by a little magnet at the bottom. This is also, of course, the charging case. Just put them in there and they will auto charge. Now these earbuds do not have an on and off switch, so simply how you turn them on and off is by putting them in the case or taking them out of the case. Taking them out of the case turns them on, and putting them in turns them off. Now these have a between 6 and 8 hour battery life. However, I haven't ever ran them out of battery because each time I am done wearing them, I just put them back in the case and they charge right back up. And the charging time is between 40 and 50 minutes, roughly. As far as the case, there's not much here except this little light here, this power indicator that lets you know if it's full or if it's low. If it's full, fully charged, it'll be a white light, and if it's getting low, it'll turn orange. Here's the Type C plug-in port right here. You also got right here this little button off to the right of this is like the factory reset. You put the earbuds in here, lift the lid up, and hold down on this for about 5 seconds, and it completely resets the earbuds. What that does is it resets all the settings. It resets all the connection settings, so you would have to just go in. This is saying you have a problem connecting to them. You just do a factory reset and try to reconnect it back to your device, and it should be good. These earbuds do have the proper ear to go in. There'll be an L and an R for, of course, left and right. And you're going to want to probably put them in the ears accordingly. Just a recommendation. Now it has 12mm drivers, which for earbuds, especially for what you're paying, they're actually pretty decent. And of course, you can adjust the pitch and the bass settings all in the app, which is what I will show you later. How you control these? This whole little metal side here is basically just a touch panel. I guess just up just a little bit and down just a little bit more, about right there is the control of these. I'm going to run down the features of what all these do. All right, so say you're getting a call. What you will do is you will double tap the touch panel on either side to answer your phone call. However, if you want to reject a call, you just hold on either touch panel for about 2 seconds, and that should have canceled the call. Now to play and pause, you double tap either side of the touch panel to press play or to pause your music track. Now to skip between music tracks, you will triple tap the right earbud. And triple tapping the left earbud will pop up voice assistant, which I never use. Now pressing and holding for about 2 seconds on the left earbud will open up game mode. Essentially what gaming mode does is basically it shortens your delay time between, say you want to play Call of Duty and you can hear, say, a gun going off or something or some noise in the background. It'll travel way faster, so that there's less delay time. But however, it does use more power when doing that, and I personally have used this when playing Call of Duty, and I would recommend not doing that, because even though with gaming mode still turned on, there is like probably a quarter second delay, which in gaming can be a little bit annoying. Now pressing and holding on the right earbud will switch between 3 modes: ANC on, ANC off, and pass-through. Normal mode is normal mode, ANC is noise canceling, and pass-through is so you can hear your surroundings. And luckily, each time you switch between modes, a lady with a rather British accent will pop up and say something like low latency mode, or adaptive ANC, or pass-through. I didn't add an accent with that, but anyway. You guys are probably wondering how these sound. In my opinion, they sound quite nice. Not perfect, but quite nice. I've listened to all kinds of different songs through them. And the problem I've had with a lot of earbuds and headphones in the past is they're not well balanced. Like sometimes this one will be louder, quieter on different frequencies, which these are like that. They sometimes are a little bit out of balance, which I do not like. It's not bad, but it's way better than what I've had in the past. So these are relatively well balanced. Now, let me show you what the app is capable of. All right, so here we are. We got the QCY app. So first things first, we're going to scroll down, turn on Bluetooth, and if it doesn't auto-connect, tap on QCY MeloBuds, wait for it to connect. And now that it's done, now you can enter the QCY app. All right, now once you're in the app, you're going to see the left and right earbud selection. Both are at 100% battery capacity, which is good. That's all that we can do this screen. Then when you swipe over here to sound, this is where you can adjust all the sound effects. Like, for instance, let's start from the top and go to the bottom. We got default, pop, heavy bass, rock, soft, classic, and these are where you can customize them as well to your preference. You can adjust the pitch and the just the sound volumes, the way it sounds to all your personal preference on these. Now, down one more, you got, of course, the noise canceling, transparency, normal. You can turn on here. And then you got the sound balance left 100% right, which I would recommend leaving this because I like my earbuds to sound balanced in my ear. But if you are slightly deaf in one ear, then this might be for you. But personally, I would just leave it at 100. Now, over here to settings, this is where you can adjust the settings on the touch panel. Like, for instance, one touch, I don't have them doing anything just to touch it because sometimes I do accidentally touch it and there could be some accidental touches from this. So I just have nothing turned on at touch. Now, to double touch is obviously play, pause on both sides. And this is where you can customize, like, say, for instance, if I wanted to double touch instead of play, pause, which is the default, I could do volume up, volume down, gaming mode, all that through there, which is how you do that. On any one of these buttons, you can do the same thing like here. Just customize the button to your preference. Here is deep volume, which is you got lower volume, medium volume, higher volume, and maximum volume. I would recommend just keeping it on the default of higher volume because you don't want to damage your ears and you want to also be able to hear it, so just leave it at that. And timing power off, which I just have that set at default. Wear protection, which is take off earbud and pause, play. Okay, here's where you can adjust the if you take one bud out to pause and to play. So if you take one earbud out, the song will, or whatever it is, will play, or just not have it set on anything, music control. Okay. And you got disconnected to power off is 5 minutes. So if you disconnect it from the Bluetooth and just don't even put them in the case or set them off to the side without putting them in the case, of course, it'll automatically disconnect after 5 minutes and the earbuds will power down. And you got gaming mode here, which you can manually turn on. You got sleep mode. Touch control will be banned after sleeping mode is activated. Place earbuds back in the charging case to quit sleep mode. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, I'd never mess with that. I just leave it the way it is. You got LDAC switch. Turning on the LCD will restart and disable dual device connection and spatial audio effects. Okay, don't need to do that. So I guess is what this is saying, because you've got dual device connection turned on. Okay, so you can be, I guess, plugged into 2 devices at once if you want to. That is cool. I do remember hearing something about that, but it wasn't directly stated in the instructions. You also got firmware update here, which I think my firmware is up to date. It is indeed. You got Find My Headset, which uses Google Maps, but I'm not sure if this actually works or not. I'm not sure because this isn't even close to where I live. I mean, it's relatively close, but not that close. And what you can do, though, is play sound. Like, for instance, just hit play and turn the volume up all the way. There you are. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but there is a loud beeping coming from that. It's not super loud, but it's just loud enough coming from the earbuds that I think if there wasn't a lot of noise going on, I could hear it from across the room and be able to locate them. And this is pretty much what you can do on the app. You obviously got Discover, which is more of their products you can purchase. You got your accounts and all that. So yeah, that is pretty much all that the app is. It's relatively simple. You got your sound settings and your touch settings and that, which is, I like how it's relatively simple and easy to use. And this application, this actually works because I have a lot of devices like speaker sets, gaming sets and such, or gaming headsets or controllers. Sometimes when you go into the app, it doesn't want to work. But each one of these settings that I've tried, it seems to work on, which is good. So the app is, it does what it's supposed to. Now, my opinion, for $40 or $50, like I said, this is just my opinion, but I absolutely love these. I've had these for coming up on a month now, so I've been able to test it. They're reliable, they work well, they sound good, they fit well. I just really recommend these to use. So I guess that pretty much wraps up the review. So I guess until next time, over and out.